Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. This is concept of well-being. So well-being is the term used to describe a condition of a person or a group with reference to medical attention, psychological or social, economical and spiritual attention. And well-being has two components. One is standard of living. It's an objective component. So that means scale of our expenditure, how well we enjoy the services and the goods we consume. So that is measured using per capita GNP. And quality of life is the subjective component. It's a product of interplay between health, social, economical and environmental condition which affects human and social development. So this quality of life is measured using physical quality of life index and health developmental index. Physical quality of life index. It has three indicators. The one is life, this L for life expectancy at 1 year, another L is for literacy and I for infant mortality rate. So scales from 0 to 100. 0 refers worst performance, 100 for best performance. So for example, Kerala and Sri Lanka has high physical quality of life index even though their per capita GNP is less. And Middle East countries are rich countries, their GNP is higher but physical quality of life index is lower. So the next one is human developmental index. So it also has three indicators. For quality of life index, we have studied L for life expectancy at 1 year. Here life expectancy at birth. And there literacy. Here knowledge. This knowledge is calculated using expected years of schooling and mean years of schooling. Then there we studied infant mortality rate of as a third indicator. Here standard of living is there. In physical quality of life index there is no income used. So here the scale is 0 to 1. Less than 0.5 refers to low human developmental index. African countries are in that level. 0.55 to 69 refers to middle. India is in middle HDI. 0.7 to 79 high human developmental index and more than 0.8 is very high. So Switzerland and Norway as the countries having very high human developmental index. So now how to this calculate human developmental index? First step, to create dimensional index for each indicators. Formula for dimension index, observed value minus minimum value divided by maximum observed value minus minimum value. When we put this formula, we will get for life expectancy at birth, when we use dimension index, we will get life expectancy index. And for knowledge, when we use formula, we get expected years of schooling index we get and mean years of schooling index. When we take average of these two index, we can derive education index. Then the third index, standard of living. When we put in the formula of dimension index, we may get income index. So the aggregation of these three indexes can give human developmental index. So index of life 1/3 and index of education 1/3 and index of income 1/3. So root cube life into education into income. This is the main formula for human developmental index. We'll take one example. We need observed value and minimum value and then maximum observed value. So for each indicator, first one is life expectancy at birth. Take it as observed value as 69.7 year, and for minimum value it's always fixed, so that is 20 years, and maximum value take it as 85 year. And comes second indicator, mean year of schooling. So in that we take it as 6.5. The fixed minimum value is 0 and maximum value 15 years. Then expected year of schooling index. To calculate that, 12.12 year we take it as observed value, 0 is fixed minimum value, and maximum value we are taking it as 18 year. And then the fourth indicator, GNP per capita. So here we are taking it as $6681, and next one, this is fixed $100, and here we are taking it as $75,000. So now we have first step is dimension index. So equal to, we studied that observed value minus minimum value divided by maximum observed value minus minimum value. So here for each index we are going to calculate. For the first one, so 69.7 minus 20 divided by 86 minus 20, we will get 0.764. For the second, 6.5 minus 0 divided by 15 minus 0, we may get 0.433. And next one, 12.2 minus 0 divided by 18 minus 0 equal to 0.681, minus 100 divided by 75,000 minus 100, we may get 4. So now the formula human developmental index equal to cube root 0.764 into average of these two indexes are 0.433 plus 0.677 divided by 2. So that we may get education index, that is 0.555. So here we put that value 0.555 into 6.634. So the answer is 0.645. So this value is between 0.55 to 0.69. That means medium human developmental index. So this is how we'll be calculating for human developmental index. So we have studied about well-being. In that there are two components. One is standard of life. Second one is quality of life. So standard of life is measured using per capita GNP, income. It's a objective component. Quality of life measured is a subjective components measured by physical quality of life index and then human developmental index. Physical quality of index has three indicators. One is life expectancy at 1 year, literacy, and infant mortality rate. In human developmental index there are three indexes. The first one is life expectancy at birth, and here knowledge. The third one is standard of life using per capita GNP. Hope you understood. Thank you for listening.